Heartbreaking. Chris McNally's girlfriend's rare public tribute shocks fans. Chris McNally, Canadian actor known for his roles in Hallmark movies, is a polished, friendly and often the embodiment of gentle affection on screen. In real life, Chris keeps his private life quite private, rarely talking about his girlfriend, although he has been seen with a simple girl named Ava Sinclair. In this story, Ava is a girl who is rarely seen in the media, appearing a few times with Chris at small events, quiet and avoiding the camera. No one really knows what she is thinking or feeling about the relationship. Until one day, at a big charity gala, Chris introduces Ava on stage, but what makes the whole audience stunned is the sweet and heartbreaking gratitude that Ava speaks to the public in her own words. Charity gala setting. The gala takes place in Vancouver on a mild autumn evening. The auditorium is filled with sparkling lights, entertainment stars and the press are present in large numbers. Chris McNally was the guest of honor, invited to speak and participate in the charity auction. His girlfriend Ava's wife, who was behind the scenes, was not known to be on the show's schedule. When Chris received the first greeting from the MC and the audience, he suddenly mentioned Ava. "I want to invite a very important person to appear with me on stage, someone who has been with me for more than 3 years." The audience applauded. Many people were surprised when Ava appeared. She wore a minimalist dress, her hair tied up, and walked onto the stage. Ava turned to look at the audience and smiled gently. Her voice choked up a bit. She said, "Hello everyone. I'm Ava, Chris' longtime girlfriend. I know I rarely appear, but I came tonight to say thank you." The rare gratitude shocked fans. Her voice trembled from the beginning. The audience fell silent. Ava said, "Thank you, Chris, for giving me faith when I was lost. You were the one who made me feel alive after a period of suffering. I don't talk much in public because I'm afraid of the spotlight, but you kept me going with your patience and love. Thank you for not leaving me, even when I wanted you to leave because I thought I wasn't good enough." A sigh seemed to choke the air. Fans were stunned by the extreme sincerity, because Ava used the phrases, "I was lost," and, "I wanted you to leave," suggesting that the relationship had gone through a deep crisis. Ava continued, "There were days when I didn't wash my face, didn't smile, just lived by habit. You took me to the doctor when I didn't want to go. You were there when everyone else turned their backs. And I'm grateful for that." Everyone was surprised. Chris' girlfriend, who doesn't usually share, chose a public moment to talk about her mental health crisis, her self-contempt, and how Chris lifted her up. Each word stabbed the audience like a knife. It's not simple love, but deep healing that deserves such gratitude. Ava then bowed and left the stage, leaving Chris standing silently, his eyes slightly wet. There was no cheering, just hesitant applause, mixed with feelings of sharing and pity for the girl standing in the midst of fame. Media and fan reactions. The next day, entertainment websites posted articles with titles such as, "Chris' girlfriend's heartbreaking thank you makes fans cry," "Chris McNally's girlfriend reveals dark psychological experience on stage." Some comments. "Have you seen that loving spirit with your own eyes? I didn't expect Chris to have experienced such a challenging relationship. She is very strong for daring to speak up about things that few people share." On the contrary, there were also fans who were indignant. Why did Ava choose to speak up at a professional gala instead of privately? Some suspected that this could be a way to create a media effect. Most of the positive comments congratulated Chris for not abandoning Ava, expressing admiration for both of them. Some local TV stations recorded Ava's sweet but tearful speech, which quickly spread through TikTok and Instagram story. Chris' response and inner feelings. Chris shared with the press afterwards, "I am very grateful to Ava. She is not only a lover, but also a soulmate who helped me understand how to love myself. You were strong until you thought you were not strong enough. He added that Ava once struggled with a mental crisis after a personal incident, details not disclosed, and he stood by as a guide. In a podcast chat, Chris spent most of the time paying tribute to Ava, recounting how he once took her to a mental hospital, how he stayed up all night knocking on her door, forcing her to take medicine when she didn't want to, and how he was afraid she would give up on herself. The stories made listeners sob, because that love is not just sweetness but also perseverance in not leaving when the other person is down. Chris admitted to the audience, there were times when he was not perfect, he was hurt when Ava did not respond to his love. But he also emphasized, luckily I didn't disappear when you thought I should disappear. Ava and the journey after the gala. After the gala and the press buzz, Ava chose to step back. She updated her personal Instagram with the status, I will continue to live. Not for anyone, but for myself. She rarely posted photos of the two of them, but that status made fans understand, she was choosing a peaceful but strong path. Some people sent letters of encouragement. Ava read and replied privately. She started writing a blog sharing about psychological recovery, about how to find inner love, how to balance self-love, a very rare topic from an artist girlfriend. Ava collaborated with an organization that supports young people with depression to share her true story, becoming an inspiration. Fans call her a silent inspiration, because without fanfare, that brief appearance has the power to change many people's views on love and healing.